Hi, I'm Rocco with Living Web Farm and another installment of Resilience Daily in conjunction with the Organic Grower School. Let's talk trellising. This is our third little video on tomatoes. We're kind of out in the field. These are some tomatoes we have here. We got them in kind of rough and dirty in the rain, and this is kind of a quick and dirty trellising system that we're going to use. I chose to do this one because we're going to string these up vertically. Often when you do tomatoes and you have your stakes, they're strung, you know, depending on the height, 4, 5, 6, whatever, horizontal strings. But this one we're going to go from the top line and we're going to go down so that they can in turn come up. This also would work really well for things that like to climb like beans. This would be a nice bean trellis. So the issue is the weight coming down, right? So I'm going to put all the weight instead of it being supported horizontally, most of that weight's going to be drawing down vertically. So I've got a little line here. I've got T-posts about every 6 plants. I drove them in. It's just the little metal wire that we've got here. Let me show you how I'm wrapping them. Pretty fancy rig I've got, right? Whatever works. So I'm just coming out here, I'm wrapping it around. It's funny, I was thinking about this while I was doing it. This is called banjoing. I haven't thought about this since sailing school. If I pull this way, and I pull this way, I get a nice tight line. And that's banjoing. And I usually wrap it around once or twice. Again, this is just kind of the quick and dirty method. These tomatoes are eventually going to get covered with a greenhouse, and they're going to get mulched heavily around the plants. But then where we're standing over here is going to get some landscape fabric, and not necessarily greenhouse. We're just going to throw up some quick hoops and just get these covered in under plastic. Maybe we'll do a video on that, who knows. So I've got the support systems, the support and the kind of the structure of this, for lack of a better word. So this is all one, it's all connected. Look out for that. See that? If I pull that and it pinches, it's going to make that one part real weak. So just try and take a moment, straighten those out. Oh, I lost it. Well, look at that. We didn't run out of wire. Okay, so here we are at the end. This is the one we've been looking for. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap that up, right? I'm going to go above and below. Couple good wraps. Do one of these numbers. On the other end, from the last post to the support post in the ground, which is on an angle and driven much deeper, it's already connected. So everything here is one, and then in between all the posts, because we wrap them, there is some support. But to tie it all together, I'm going to tighten this up. Now, I just happen to have this old strap, and that's what I'm going to use. You could really use anything here. There's a come along. You could use this, whatever you want to do, to tighten this post and then connect it to that. I'll tell you something that that works well. If you have an old chain laying around, it doesn't have to be big and long, and it doesn't have to be incredibly super strong, but you can tighten this with anything you want. You can pull your car off, whatever you want to do. Tighten this however you want. But to connect it, and it's going to be sitting here out in the elements for the season, an old chain would work well, or another steel cable, or I could even wrap more of that wire around it if I wanted to. And I'm just going to do this number here real quick. So there's that. There's that. Let's see here. We're going to go a little lower and catch that corner and do that and do that. Here we go. I'm not looking for super incredibly strong here. I just want it to be stout. I want it to be fairly taut. You know, I don't want, this is already pretty tight. I don't want this to be like crazy strong banjo string. A bird comes and lands on it and it breaks and all your tomatoes fall on the ground. I don't, you know, we're not looking for incredible strength here. Again, this is just kind of the quick and dirty out in the field method. Good thing about these little ratchets is that I can tighten them up more if I want to. Tell you what else would work well. I don't know if any of y'all out there are doing any fencing, but some 12.5 gauge wire, like electric fencing. They've got a couple various tighteners that would work well to tighten that up as well. But anyway, so I'm gonna just check this out, and I'm gonna call this good for now. And again, we can come back and tighten that up later. Have fun trellising. Enjoy your tomatoes. Thanks. Bye.